Next news story is the big one. Ken, you read about this?
Of course I did. The Testarossa is back.
The 849 Testarossa.
Yes. Funny, it doesn't look much like the old one. But then again, that one didn't look like the one that came before.
Where does the number come from? Is that PS? Where does that number come from?
I haven't. PS?
Of all the stuff I've read about this car, it's more. It's got like 1,000 horsepower, right? It's like 1,000.
Right, it's 1,000 and something. Yeah.
8 stands for the V8 and 49 is 499 cc displacement per cylinder, just like the old days.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 849 Testarossa, this replaces the SF90.
Yes.
Do you think it will be as unsuccessful as the SF90 has been?
No, because it looks different. Very, very, very different from the standard car. This is going to push SF90 values way down.
That's so true. Even like already, now that people know that this is coming.
Well, look how it looks so cool.
It looks cool.
It is odd. Like, there are no callbacks to the Testarossa that's so famous from the 80s. But like I said, there was a Testarossa in the 50s, and those two cars do not share anything in common except that they have 12-cylinder engines.
And it does have some callbacks to that. There's a little bit of a pontoon. There's a little bit of a cockpit shape.
It has more callbacks to like the 512S, like the race cars, like the prototype race cars.
Don't you agree?
Yeah.
And Filippo knows what I'm talking about.
That's right.
These are just numbers.
We've all been thinking about it.
It's okay. Enjoy your nap. It'll be fine. But nonetheless, this is a really exciting car. It is interesting because they say they did a lot of modifications to the engine and the chassis are very different. But ultimately, it's a hybrid, very powerful V8 Ferrari. The difference between this and the SF90, like I said, is they made it look special.
The SF90's biggest problem, in my opinion, was 2 to 3-fold. Number one, undoubtedly, was that it just didn't look that different from a regular production Ferrari. Like, I, to this day, have trouble telling apart an F8 and an SF90 when I see them, and one was 3 times more expensive. But the other problems were it was too expensive, and it was too produced. The production numbers were too high, and the result has been an unbelievable drop on the used market. I'm not sure style alone will get this car in a better position. I would also suggest to Ferrari, if you're listening, probably don't produce it in such high numbers. I think your clients will appreciate that also.
Yeah.
I also think it looks really cool. There's a lot of comments, oh, it looks like this, it's ugly, it's weird. Ferrari, one thing I think Ferrari does well, as much as we would love a retro, Ferrari has always been like, no, we're next. We set the trends. Like, we don't look back. We set the new trend.
Right. Now, of course, every car since the 458 has been a little derivative of the 458. But you are correct. Generally, they like
cars.
Well, yeah. So was the 250. The California. But nonetheless, these cars, I agree with that statement wholeheartedly. I also think that they do like to throw now little touches in from the past, which I really like. Like the 296 has the 250 LM haunches.
Yep.
The 12 Cilindri has the
front end
of the Daytona, which some of us feel it should have been called the Daytona. But we'll move on.
Wow.
Maybe
the SB3 is called the Daytona.
Right, which of course it doesn't look anything like a Daytona. They just use the names because they have to keep the trademark active.
Probably.
And they probably could use that. Probably could do that a little bit more strategically, but nonetheless, this is a very exciting car.
Are you excited about it? Because you've come out and said, "I don't like modern Ferrari. I don't like that it's hybrid. I don't like that it's not."
I mean,
whatever. Are you excited about it?
My opinion personally doesn't matter because I'm not a customer for this car, obviously. But so most people.
I think we both agree that it would be cooler if it was a NAV12, a manual transmission, etc.
Yeah, are you excited about it?
Personally, I am. I think it looks awesome. Cool. I think it has 1,000 horsepower. I think the SF90 has been a total dud, and I'm happy to see Ferrari putting in some new investment and new thought into this, and realizing where they went wrong with that car, and clearly giving this more of an exotic, special look. I think that's a big deal. I'm certainly much more excited about this than I ever have been about SF90, even when SF90 was first revealed. Right. I feel like this is just way cooler.
This makes a little bit more sense. I still don't know exactly where it kind of fits into the hierarchy. That's a little bit nebulous.
It'll just be an SF90 replacement.
Right, but I still don't know where that fit into the hierarchy. It's like it's supercar, but it isn't. It's like I still don't know. At least this looks cool. But it is also interesting to see Ferrari's new design language. Like they're continuing with that stripe across the front like they have for
Which
the
looks so good. Let me tell you how I evolved on the 12 Cilindri. I first saw it and I was very skeptical, as I think a lot of people were. I first saw pictures. Then I had that green one that we reviewed in the office, and I was into it. And last week I saw one in person, and I was like, damn. It looks, whether or not it's beautiful, it is so striking.
Right.
Like, wow, what am I looking at?
Right.
Like, this is cool.
I think that with a lot of automotive design, you really have to wait till you see it in person, because pictures, as the saying goes, don't do it justice. And Ferrari press pictures, as we discussed in our friend group, are bizarre.
Ferrari
usually.
press pictures are always weird. They're always AI. They've been doing AI since before AI was a thing. And they always, usually it's a black background. This is on some sort of, is that a racetrack or is that a building back there?
Could not.
It's an unusual thing. It's a racetrack next to a building that just goes upward. You don't want to crash on this particular racetrack.
Maybe there's some. Could be near a runway. I can't.
The point is, their pictures are always a little weird. I think seeing a car in light, next to normal cars, kind of gives it a little bit more context to how special it is.
They couldn't have photoshopped out those parking bars.
They'd like them there to imply that it's like a
thing.
Competition situation. Because I don't think this entire picture is real. Nothing about it, including the car. But 1,036 horsepower plug-in hybrid V8. Yes, a V12 would be cooler. That's not the direction we're going. It's just a new SF90 that is maybe going to solve some of the problems of the old SF90.
Yeah.
And which is namely style.
Coupe and convertible, by the way.
What the SF90 should have been from the start.
Probably. Something more distinct, something more special. I think if it had been, it would have at least done a little better on the used market. There would be more desire around it. The only desire around the SF90 that I see is from people who are not all that sophisticated in the car world and see it as like 200 grand off for a new Ferrari and like, this is a deal, or people who are trying to get more Ferraris later.
Well, like I said, now this is how people like Filippo are looking for a deal. That'll be the SF90.
He sold an SF90 the other day for not that much, considering what its spec was.
Just shy of $500 for a $760,000 car. But that's what SF90s are worth.
When I was a kid. Oh yeah, no. I actually thought it was a strong number.
But
it was a cool
it's
color.
It's gonna go down. We agree.
When I was a child, there was no Ferrari that sold for under sticker. It wasn't like a thing. It didn't occur. Like a Ferrari came out. You waited 3 years. You bought one. If you wanted to flip it, you could make 50 grand, or you could use it. It was very special that you were selected. The concept that these are just readily available for 200 under sticker is wild.
Do you remember the gray market imports, like all the 360s that were coming over early because you just couldn't get them? Yeah, totally. That happened all the time.
Yep.
Not anymore.
SF90, a bit of a failure. Hopefully the 849...
849 Testarossa, as we call it in Italian.
Formally.
Coupe and convertible, by the way, and they say sometime next year it's going on sale. Mid-26. So a year from now, a little less, but that's probably Europe. So imagine all the other automotive YouTubers will have reviewed it in the spring of 26, and then I will get it sometime in 27 when it finally comes to America.
Yep, January of 27. We'll be waiting.
Fall is here, and so is the chaos. Back to school mornings, soccer practices, football games, and all those extra trips for groceries, coffee, and gas. It adds up fast. That's where Upside comes in. With the free Upside app, you can earn real cash back every time you fill up your tank, grab a bite to eat, or stock up on essentials. Whether you're driving across town for a game or running out for last-minute snacks, Upside helps you keep more money in your pocket. And it's not points, credits, or confusing rewards. It's actual cash that you can transfer straight back to your bank account. Upside works at over 100,000 gas stations, grocery stores, and restaurants, and users earn 3 times more cash back than with loyalty programs or credit card rewards. In fact, Upside has already given back more than $1 billion. Billion. Personally, I use Upside whenever I stop for gas or groceries. It's basically free money that seamlessly fits into my routine. I'd be crazy to leave it on the table. Upside has given back $1 billion to its users. To find out how much you could earn, click the link in the description to download Upside and use code CARS to get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. Or scan the QR code here to claim this offer.